Hello, and welcome back to another Success Martial Arts training video. Today's video, we are taking a look at one of our TaeKwonDo basics. So we're going to be looking at our tap round kicks. So these kicks are not the best kicks if you were defending yourself in a real life scenario, or if you were doing more of a full contact style of a fight, but this is really good in what we call point fighting. So in point fighting, which is something that we do in our tournaments once you get to a level 2 student and higher, so whenever a tournament comes around, you would compete in forms like you do as a beginner in a level 1. However, you also would do point fighting. And in point sparring, it's a sparring match, but it's more like a game of tag where you're earning points. So the first person to tag the other one with a punch or a kick gets points for it, and the first person to 5 wins. And in that kind of a sparring scenario, tap kicks are very, very good, because these are kicks that usually are done immediately after another kick, and it's really fast, so it catches your opponent off guard. They don't expect it to be coming that fast. They might expect another kick, but they don't always expect you to come back with such a kick so quickly. So you may catch them with their hands up and you get a good kick to their stomach and earn some points that way. So let's break it down. Let's look at how we use this, what's the footwork, and really learn to master this tap style of kicking. So stick with me, let's get to training. All right, doing our tap kicks. So it's easiest to break these down as a front kick first, but we don't really use these as front kicks once you get to know them. It's just a really easy way to learn the footwork, the tapping motion, and then from there we start to learn how to turn it into a round kick. Because a round kick is going to be a lot more useful in a sparring match. So if I'm doing a tap kick, usually what happens is you're doing some sort of a kick before that. Maybe you're doing just a regular round kick, or a side kick, or even like a hip hop kick, or a switch round, you know, any kind of kick beforehand. So if we start out and we throw a front kick, normally we set that leg down, right? And then we possibly could do double kicks where we throw one and then we throw another before we set it down. But it's when we do, and those are actually kind of the ways that people expect our legs to happen, is maybe I throw one leg, set it down, and then I throw another kick with the other leg. Or maybe they're expecting me to throw a double kick, so when I go kick, and then I throw another kick, they're kind of expecting it. But when they see my leg going back to the ground, they usually are expecting me to set that leg down and move into another kick. So in tournaments, the most common is throwing one leg kick and then following with a kick on the other leg. So they start to think that you're going to do something with the other leg. So our tap kicks are somewhat deceptive in that way. So when I throw that first kick, when I'm setting my leg down, they start paying attention to the other one, and really all I'm going to do is barely tap the ground. So I really am just tapping the ground with my toe, and then I come right back up into another kick. So that is the idea of the tap, is it's just this really quick. I'm not actually putting any weight back on my leg. So I go front kick, I just barely tap the ground before I kick again. So it allows me to kick really fast. It's almost like I'm doing a double kick, but because that leg is coming down, they're expecting me to set it down and come with the other leg, and that's how I can catch them off guard. So if we do a couple in a row just with our front kick, what I'm going to do is, again, I throw one kick to start, so I go kick, and then I'm just going to go tap, kick, tap, kick, tap, kick, tap, kick, and then set it down. If we do it on the other leg, same idea. I throw one kick, and then I'm just going to tap and kick. I tap and kick, tap and kick, right? So that's the basic, is just being able to tap and kick over and over again on both sides. Just tap and kick, right? So I'm never really taking weight off of this leg, but I'm just bringing that leg down, tapping and throwing that kick. Now, in the next section, I'm going to show you how to do a little bit more advanced footwork. It's a little harder to learn, but it allows you to kick fast, but also to still have some power in this kick. So stick with me. So we've already done how do we do the tap. So now what we're going to do is a little bit of a hop, kind of a switch of the feet, so that when I throw that tap kick, it's just as fast, and in fact, a lot of times I can actually do the kick much faster because I'm going to be using my body in a way that is a lot stronger for my muscles than just, coming here, tapping, and then coming right back up. So if I'm doing that tap kick here, when I bring my leg back up to kick, I'm actually using a lot of really small muscles to do that second kick or that third kick. So if I can involve a lot of the bigger muscles, then I can kick faster and I can kick with a bit more power. So when I do this one, and again, this is the footwork that people have a bit more trouble with on a switch kick. But I'm going to pull my pants up here a little bit more so you can see what my feet are doing. And the idea is that when I do this switch, that instead of tapping in front, what I'm going to do is a switch tap and then come back out, right? So I'm going to be kind of doing like almost like jumping jacks. So when I do this, I throw that kick, but when I go to tap the ground, I'm going to switch the feet and then unswitch them again to kick. So when I switch and go again, then I'm actually involving more of my muscles, and like I said, that means that I can kick with more speed and I can kick with more power. So when we do this one, I throw that first kick, right? So I kick, and then now as my foot's touching the ground, I'm going to do just a little cross of my feet. Notice that my body's not turning, it's still facing the same way it was before. And then when I go to kick again, I'm going to do unswitching of my feet as I kick, right? So I go kick, switch, kick, right? Kick, switch, kick. Now, when I do this, I don't want to cross my feet a lot because that's going to make it slower. I just want a little switch, right? So as we do this, again, kick, switch, kick. Ready? And we kick, then we switch, then we kick, right? Little bit of movements, right? So ready? And do it again. Kick, switch, kick, right? One more time. Kick, switch, kick. And let's do it one more time. Kick, switch, kick. Right? Now let's try the other side. So if I turn and look the other way, using my other leg now. So again, kick. Then as I set this down, little switch. And then unswitch as I kick. Right? Kick, switch, kick. Here we go. Ready? And we kick, switch, kick. Right? Kick, switch, kick. Right? One more time. Then we'll pick up our pace. Kick, switch, kick. All right, a little faster. Here we go. And kick, switch, kick. Kick, switch, kick. Right? Again. Kick, switch, kick. And one more time. Kick, switch, kick. Quick little motions. Right? So, next section, we're just going to take that idea, we're going to switch it to a round kick. So we'll do the same idea, but instead of coming up with a front kick, you're going to turn that leg over, and we'll get the round kick out of it. Round kick time. So, this is by far the more useful version of it. There are going to be times where like a switch front kick actually is pretty useful. However, more times than not, round kick is going to be the better choice. It's very small, select few times where front kick it'll be the better choice. So round kicks are the ones that you'll use most often. So when we do this one, again, we would be setting this up off of some other kick. A lot of times we do it off of a hip hop because when you do a hip hop, it's a really big technique, and people, when you throw a hip hop, don't expect you to be able to follow up such a big technique so quickly. So it's really, 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 really good right out of a hip hop. Now, that'll be for a different training video. Today we're going to do very similar to like what we did just in the last section with the front kick. So if I do this a little bit facing you, again, I want to bring my leg up. Now, when we do a switch round, I don't need a perfect side-to-side round kick. What I actually want is my leg to come up a little bit on a diagonal. And when you get up into sparring, we'll talk about why coming up on a diagonal versus perfectly sideways actually works out better on this kick. But that is for another day of training. So when I do this, instead of a true front kick or a true round kick, I'm going to do something in between. So I'm coming just leg diagonal, snapping up and down on that 45. So when I do this, we're going to do 2 of those in a row. So I do that 45 round, and then I do that switch back into it, right? So I do the round, I do that switch, and then I do the round again, right? So turn a little bit so you can see a different angle, and I do that 45, switch, back out into that round. One more time, slightly different angle. Ready? And we go round, switch, round. All right? So, now this is one we're going to do a little bit more advanced training on. So you can do what we did with the front kick, and you can just practice doing the round, switch, round, right? So kick, switch, kick, right? And I can do it on both sides. Kick, oh, messed that one up. Kick, switch, kick. And I can just practice that. However, the more advanced training is doing 5 in a row, all right? So I'm gonna do 5 on each leg facing the camera, and then 5 facing the sides. So we're gonna start with the right leg, and we're gonna go 5 in a row. So we just throw the first one, and then right away, switch kick, switch kick, switch kick, switch kick, switch kick. Okay, so from here we start out, first kick, right? We kick, then I'm just gonna switch and go, right? And we're just gonna work that motion 5 in a row. Here we go, ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go the other side. Same idea, ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we go to let's go this side first. All right, going a little faster on these ones. Here we go, ready? Oh, and by the way, when we do our round kick, most of the time we kick towards the head with our round kicks because it's an easy kick to get up nice and high. This one we want to aim down low. So usually the first kick we throw is actually going towards the head, so it brings their hands up to defend, and then the belly is wide open. So we actually want to aim this switch round to like around where the belt sits on a person's stomach. So keeping that kick nice and low. Here we go, ready? A little faster. And count it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we go the other way. Here we go, use the other leg. 5 in a row, ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.